Hey gang, Sally here Kit. With Kit, he's on this side, he's usually on the other side. Hope you're having an amazing and fascinating day. I know I am. We're here with something different. I'm going to be trying this. This will be the intro for every single one of these videos. But I've talked to a couple of friends who like my videos. Yay, thank you for that. And they all thought this would be a good idea, so I'm going to give it a shot and see what you all think too. So let me know in the comments down below. These are driving day videos. So I can't promise you you're going to get to see, you won't get to see everything that I was actually going for that day. Um, and these are going to be completely unedited. So what you're going to see is some driving, and then you'll hear me say, GoPro, stop recording. And that's how you know the end of that segment. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm going to just leave it in. And some of these will be like super long. Some of them won't be very long. They'll probably all be fairly long, I'm guessing. But the deal is I run two cameras when I'm driving, and I'm not recording constantly. I record when I think of something that I want to talk about or when I think the scenery is interesting. And a lot of times I will, when I'm trying to edit a video down, I'll go through and I will edit it down so that if it's just a driving segment, I'll speed it up so you can see the scenery but get through it faster. I'm not doing that. You can speed it up on YouTube though if you want to. So, hope you enjoy this. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate you taking your time to do that. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. If you love this, let me know. And if you don't like it, you can let me know that too. Um, if you can stand to do it, I'd really appreciate it if you can stay all the way to the end, because YouTube really likes it when you watch an entire video, and so do I. And as always, comments, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We're going to roll the intro and get right into it. Well, people before me have driven straight out of here, but I was sitting on a hump, which was not really noticeable until I parked, and I decided I was going to be better off backing up and going out this way, because I was pretty sure I was actually going to hit on the hump down there. Anyway, this has been a stellar find. I did not get it for free, but I was the only one here, except for the ranger that showed up to collect my fee last night, late yesterday afternoon. I can't quite make that turn without driving all over that guy's sort of field. And I'm trying something new today. I put a pillow, I put a towel behind my lumbar pillow, which is actually getting my knees further forward. I think I'm gonna go to Walmart this afternoon when I get there and buy a new lumbar pillow. I know they've got a bigger one than the one that I've got, and I think that that'll actually be better for me. I'm hoping. So I'm gonna leave the towel in place for a while and see how that really feels overall. But I think I really like having my knees a couple of inches, the backs of my knees a couple of inches ahead of the seat. So I've got a gap space between there. I'm hoping maybe part of my issue with the sciatica flare-ups has been that I had my knees basically touching the seat, backs of my knees touching the seat, because the seats are really deep and I'm really short. So there's that. Okay. So we've got 62 degrees outside right now. Cloudy and overcast here. My destination today is supposed to be sunny this morning and then cloudy this afternoon. I was getting hardly any solar in the last time I looked, which was before Kit and I went for our walk. But what a great find. There are, I think, half a dozen different This one is basically closest to the highway, so, you know, least amount of detour for me. And I could hear a little bit of highway noise, you know, late in the evening when things were super quiet, but really not much, and certainly nothing that was disturbing me.
Continue on 1550 North Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
This road's a little washboardy. So our first stop today is going to be at Love's for fuel. We've got 260 miles on the clock right now. We're going to go 40 more to get to Love's, and then we're going to pay the most that we have paid, I think, in months. Yeah, I don't think I paid this much even anywhere in New Mexico. Don't think. You hooked up because we want you to be safe. Yes, we do. There we go. Good boy. Are your feet all wet? They are. The grass was pretty wet, and we hiked down along the canal for a little bit this morning, so that was pretty nice. Grateful I am, how blessed I feel.
In 800 feet, turn right on Illinois 44.
I really do think I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. I think that's a true statement.
Turn right on
And now we're going to get back on the highway. I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to think about that. And see if I can think of any other time other than, you know, full-time RV life that I have been as generally and specifically happy as I am. GoPro, stop recording. Well, it's about 9:30. We are about 40 miles down the road. And we're going to hop off here, get some fuel. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and make breakfast while we're stopped. That's my thought. Going to visit a friend in Fort Wayne. She just texted me a little while ago and said gas at Costco was $3.35.
Turn left onto Illinois 178 North, East 8th Road.
I'm going to pay $3.37 here, I think.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto North 3029th Road.
And I guess my reality is I haven't looked at the AAA gas prices for the whole country recently, but I guess my reality is that fuel is just gonna, you know, get more expensive as I go further east. I wonder why fuel is the cheapest in the Midwest. Interesting question. Okay. And I can pull right up, no waiting. Love stations are often quite busy. And they got long-handled cleaners. The sign says non-potable water, do not drink. But I bet it's probably fine. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. Are you ready, Kit? You ready to go? We're all fueled up, right? We fueled up Henry. And we fueled up ourselves. And now, we're ready to go. Oh, the Garmin's doing something, no idea
Turn
what.
left onto North 3029th Road, then turn left onto East 8th Road.
So we're trying a new camera arrangement here.
Turn left onto East 8th Road.
It occurred to me some time ago that I was keeping the forward-facing camera as close to the center of the dash as I could. And that's not the view that I have. The view I have is, you know, toward the left-hand side of the vehicle. And so I decided it's the view I really wanted to give to you.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-80 ramp to Joliet.
And the inside-facing camera was over to the left, which meant it had to be angled. I always had to cut the grab handle out of it. And so we're trying this with the inside-facing camera closer to the... Why do I keep getting that? This is so weird. There we go. Garmin was acting weird.
Merge onto I-80.
Okay, let's try this again. So, I moved the position of both cameras, so now the outside-facing camera is close to the left-hand side of the windshield, and the inside-facing camera is closer to the right-hand side of the windshield. So I'm hopeful that you'll still get a decent kit view from the inside. It's kind of hard for me to tell until I get some into editing, so I'm going to try and take a look at that when I get stopped today. And I'm pulling up the video. But I think I'm going to like this arrangement. And I think it actually less obstructs my vision because I have both of the cameras hanging near the top of the windshield instead of having the inside-facing one down near the bottom. So I never really loved that it was kind of obstructing my vision of the bottom left corner of the windshield from my seated position. And actually I can get it a little bit higher up and that might help. I think I'll do that the next time I stop. Alright, enough blathering for now. We got 49 more miles of freeway. And we're going to be hopefully checking out something that I think is going to be similar to a stop we made last year, probably right around this time. That was called Aerial Foundation Park, and it was very cool. It had some leftover ruins and buildings that had been repurposed from its original, I think it was Pittsburgh PPG. Is that Pittsburgh Paint and Glass, maybe? Can't remember. I think that was in Illinois or Indiana or Ohio or Pennsylvania. It was in one of those states. I may have to look that up. Anyway, today we're going to we're going to go check out, I hope, the Joliet Iron and Foundry Works, which I think is going to be similar. It'll be some ruins left over from an industrial manufacturing plant. So we'll take a look. And it's something to do to break up the drive. And I guess before I turn the camera off, I've been having some issues with sciatica over the past week or so, and I realized that the more mileage I was trying to drive in a day, like longer times between stops still, the worse it would get. And I gotta tell you guys, I don't drive that much anymore compared to what I used to. When I had the truck and trailer and I was just on vacation, I would drive 500 miles a day so I could like get all the way across the country, do something cool for a couple of days, and get all the way back across the country. And since I started living full time, and especially over the past year, and really especially starting with my travels through New Mexico this spring and summer, I drive pretty short days for the most part. You know, 100, 150 miles maybe, and less is a-okay. So, I've been, over the past week, because I'm trying to get to a friend that I want to visit in Fort Wayne. Actually, I've got two friends I'm going to visit there. Hi, Lisa. I've been driving longer distances and longer times between stops, and each day the pain was getting worse and worse and starting sooner. So I finally decided, alright, just slow down again and stop much more frequently and make sure you get out and walk around and do all those things. And I don't know what to... I was going to say I don't know what to do about the sciatica, but I think I know exactly what to do. Readjust my diet, eat less, exercise more, because really the only exercise I'm getting is walking and hiking. And I don't really think that's enough. So, I got to get back into, you know, more activity. Oh, and the other thing that I'm hoping will be an improvement as a result of this camera arrangement is there was always the reflection of the charging cable in the window that I couldn't do anything about it in the video. So that's not going to happen now because the charging cable for the outward facing camera now does not interfere at all. So that's cool. And that noise was this tractor trailer pulling in closer to me than really would have been appropriate. It's the front collision warning from my RV GPS. Alright, so that was 5 miles of travel. I got 44 to go before we get off the freeway. I'll stop blathering now. GoPro, stop recording. Well, the I-80 East Freeway road condition had gotten pretty terrible, and it was a construction zone. Of course, this exit ramp doesn't seem all that awesome. And I guess I'll be getting back on the I-80 again. Wow, look at this road. This is terrible. And I wonder if this is the result of, you know, winters. Might be. I remember how bad I found the road condition in Louisiana and Mississippi last year. It was like this. So we're in Joliet, Illinois. And I'm guessing this ironwork we're going to is probably not going to be in the best neighborhood. I don't know why that didn't occur to me before, but we're going to go take a look at it. And hey, we're getting to see a piece of Americana, so there's that. Kind of a nice park in the middle of the road here. Wow! And the left lane is like a whole lot worse. visitor center is straight ahead. Oh, I guess that park in the center is the parking lot
Turn right onto US 30 East, West
for a church across the street. So we got some of the old houses, and many of them in this part of town are looking to be in a fair state of disrepair.
US 30 East, West Jefferson Street. Continue on US 30 East for half a mile.
Cool murals on the sides here, and I think those are murals, not just graffiti. Hard to say for sure. Look at the interesting bridge. Oh, it's a drawbridge. Wow. Well, that's pretty nifty. Okay, I think we're in downtown Joliet. Yeah, I got crap all over the floor now. Hopefully you get a good view of Kit this way. I think you do. At least while he's standing up, and he's standing close to the front of the seat, so we'll see.
In 600 feet, turn left on Illinois 53 North, West Scott Street.
Oh, goody.
Light, turn left on Illinois 53 North, North Scott Street.
It says road construction in both directions. This building over here to the right is pretty cool. No idea what that is.
Continue on Illinois 53 North for 3/4 of a mile.
I don't typically spend a whole lot of time in actual downtown, decent sized cities. But the old buildings are pretty cool. We're at the corner of Reverend Michael A. Valenti Way and Mahalik Way. And this is Monday at 11:30 in the morning. Not a whole lot of traffic down here, huh? And I didn't look at Google Map views to see if I'm even going to be able to park here. So we'll see. We may just be doing a drive-by. Wow, $3.69 a gallon. Oh, if you buy a car wash. $3.99 a gallon if you don't buy a car wash. That's interesting. Wonder how much the car wash costs. Road closed ahead. Huh.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Columbia Street.
Yeah, see, this bridge is only 13 feet 6 inches. Route 66 goes to the left. But we're going to the right. Joliet Ironworks Historic Site.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
I think my destination's right here. Google. Okay, we got to figure out parking kit.
Turn left at Columbia Street.
Is this handicapped or oversized vehicle? Oversized vehicle. Okay. I think we've arrived. This is what he does. GoPro, stop recording. All right, so this guy walking back is from Germany, and like me, he likes to do things that include both nature and history. Pretty cool, huh? He's here working on a job, and he said he finished up early and decided to come do something fun. So that was pretty fun. It's going to be a whole separate video on the actual walk, because otherwise this will just get way too long. Just the way things go. So I think we're going to end up on US 66 here. That'll be cool, huh?
Turn right.
And I love the fact
Then slightly.
that even though the Joliet Ironworks is out of business, this is still an operating industrial area. And look at this with a brick paved road. Pretty cool. Okay, well I guess we don't get to be
Slight
on
left toward Illinois 53
on Route
South,
66
North
very
Chicago.
far.
Then turn left onto Illinois 53 South.
We're not going to cross the river here. Oh, no bridge height there. Interesting. Bridge is pretty though, and look at that pretty church steeple off in the distance.
Turn left onto Illinois 53 South, North Chicago Street.
Cross traffic does not stop, so I guess I will. I'm a little sweaty after that. It's about 80 degrees. Now we're going to let these cars go. Our next stop is only about 3 miles away. And I think I'm probably going to let the camera just run so we can see more of Joliet. Wow, this is a big batch of cars. Probably should have gone in front of that one when I had the opportunity. Okay, I think I can go after this one maybe. Nope. I picked up several bites of some kind last night from that canal side campground. No idea what. Don't think it was actually mosquitoes. Oh cool, now I got one coming the opposite direction. There doesn't really seem to be much of a break here. Wow. Truck behind me that's probably all annoyed. Alright, now I can go. Finally. Finally, finally.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Ohio Street.
So I think we're going to get to see some other parts of Joliet than we saw on the way in. Pretty church steeple. Okay, this is two-way traffic. I had to look because there's also a lane over there, but it says no left turn.
Turn left onto State Street.
I thought that said El Popo Caterpillar. I have no idea what that means though. Maybe it means caterpillar. And we're running a red light. Although it wasn't actually red when we went through it. Okay, so we crossed the railroad tracks.
Turn left on State Street.
Lots of railroad tracks.
In a quarter mile, turn left on Illinois 171 North Collins Street.
One of the things that was kind of cool about the ironworks was the way in which neighborhoods formed based on the ethnicity of the people that were working there. There's some big industrial building over here to the left with, you know, like all its windows broken out and stuff. But it looks like it's all metal. It's kind of weird. No idea what that is. Oh, we might be getting a better view of it after we turn up here though. So let me know what you think about driving through
At the light, turn left on
these
Illinois
towns and stuff.
171 North.
I always enjoy it, you know. Sometimes you see stuff that's really beautiful. Sometimes you see stuff that's
Illinois 171
kind of, you know, depressing. But I think, oh, there's the San Diego Mall. We're nowhere near San Diego, guys. I think it's important to experience different cultures, different socioeconomic strata, and, you know, just to be open to how other people live and work and survive and do their thing. I think that's pretty important. That's a cool looking building on the left. Of course, we're past it now, so. Ah. The other side of the street is very nicely repaved. Oh, now they tell us there's a bump. Imagine that. That one was a little bigger than some of the others. I wonder what Azteca de Oro on the left is. Ashley's U Pick Apart. Okay, this one says it's a bump, so I guess it means it. Look at this on the left. I think this is my destination and Google's lying to me. It is. Old Joliet Prison. I don't understand why Google's lying to me unless there's a different place to go where you can get in. But I don't think so. I think this is it. Yeah, and I think that says open. Alright, well, we're going to go see what we can see. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, well, that was fun. We did not do the entire tour because it takes about an hour and a half, but I would highly recommend it if you get out this way. because it was fun. And I can't tell which way Google really wants me to go. The small map is not displaying, so that's kind of unhelpful. So I guess we're going to go left, because if nothing else, we can get a view of the rest of the prison. Okay, so this was not what it wanted, but that's okay. There's one of the guardhouses at the east gate. And then, you know, one of the corners here. It is very castle-like. It's very cool. So, if you get the opportunity, plan on spending an hour and a half or so here. The tour is $20 for adults, $10 for kids, I think 3 to 12. But yeah, I would do it.
Turn right onto Dartmouth Avenue.
Yeah, driving through old cities is potentially a big pucker factor for a lot of RVs. Fortunately, I'm short. I'm only 10 feet 1 inch high. So I don't really have any issues being able to get through places. But a big, tall fifth wheel toy hauler especially would. I think most of those are like 13.6. And possibly more if they've done, you know, upgraded independent suspension, would be my guess. So Google says we've got 68 miles to go to our destination for the day, and we should arrive by 3 o'clock. I still don't know what time zone that is, though. I don't know if Valparaiso is on Eastern time, or if we're still on Central time when we get there. Although, why is it going to take an hour and a half to go 67 miles? That seems unusual even by Google standards. Very pretty. And the trees have gotten so tall.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Draper Avenue.
That the street lights are on. Oh, the street lights are on anyway. Interesting. So what next part of Joliet are we going to see before we can get out of here? We're on our way out now.
Turn right onto Draper Avenue.
A fair number of these telephone poles have been leaning at very odd angles. Yeah,
Continue on Draper Avenue.
several right along here. Well, we're going to get on US 6 East for a while. I think if I were going to do Route 66 again, I would probably be hard-pressed to start in Chicago. I don't know, I might do it. Might do it. There's an old factory of some kind.
In a quarter mile, turn left on US 16 Maple Road.
Which may still be in operation. It's got dumpsters there, and I thought I saw cars in the parking lot. Yeah. Joliet Intermodal Terminal. Okay. Garden Apartments.
At the light, turn
Actually, I don't think they call those garden apartments. I think garden apartments had balconies on the upper floors and patios on the bottom floor.
continue on US 16 for half a mile.
Okay, so we're just, apparently we're going to see all of Joliet. What do you think, Kit? Are we seeing you? Yeah, pretty much. I think we're going to like this view. We'll just tilt it that way a little bit more. And you can see all the way to the back of my house. Maybe I should close the curtains behind me. I don't think I'm too messy. I'm never too messy. In fact, the next thing I'm going to have to work on
Turn right onto Brick Street.
is the spare bed. I'm going to just turn it into storage, and I'm going to get some bins to store stuff in because I really don't like having stuff lay out everywhere. And so I think what I'll do is
At the light, turn right onto Brick Street.
maybe I'll work on that today at Walmart.
Continue on Brick Street for 3/4 of a mile.
So I want bins with recessed tops so that I can stack them if I want to, and also so that I can put things on top that will not fly off. For example, I mean, like I've got, I have a box of Ziploc bags and a container of wax paper. They keep winding up on the floor, but they would probably stay on top of a box with a recessed bin. Yeah, I think it's going to be time to do that.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US 38 East Jeff Street.
So.
Well, we've been on this nice smooth pavement for a whopping 2 miles, and now Google's putting us back on US 6. So I guess I'm beginning to understand, but interestingly, this nice smooth pavement with not a terrible amount of traffic, the speed limit, the actual speed limit's only
Slight right onto US 16 Bridge.
55 miles an hour. Sorry, I'm looking at the map, make sure I'm going the right way, which of course I am, because I need to go east.
In a quarter mile, merge onto US 16 West 159th Street.
So it's becoming pretty clear why it's taking an hour and a half plus to go 68 miles. Which is fine. I mean, I prefer not being on the big freeways with all the enormous trucks and all that stuff.
Continue on US 6 East for 4 miles.
So we still got 44 miles to go. And I have this berg is. But once again, it doesn't appear to be the greatest of neighborhoods. Barbecue ribs. Red light camera at this intersection. Good to know. Hey, there's a White Castle. I don't think I have been to a White Castle since I was a child in Baltimore. Maybe a young teenager. More likely a child. And I think that the little cheeseburgers then were like, I don't know, 15, 25 cents, something like that. Wasn't much. Oops. I think this is the avoiding tolls route, which I'm also fine with. I really don't want to pay tolls. I prefer not being on toll roads. I prefer not being on interstates. Distribution center on the right here. Well, it says 1.7 miles and then go straight. So heaven only knows what that means. But this will take a little while. Speed limit's only 40. And I think you've probably seen enough of whatever this is. I have no idea where we are. GoPro, stop recording. Well, right after I turned the camera off, we went through that intersection and I saw a sign that said, "Welcome to the City of Harvey." And on the right here is the City of Harvey Municipal Garage. Alex's Butcher Shop, wholesale meat for the public. City of Harvey isn't looking all that prosperous. Not terrible, but you know. Great by any stretch of the imagination. Never heard of Clark. $4.09 for fuel. That's the most expensive one I've seen. I've seen several at $3.99. And I think I'll have enough fuel to make it all the way into Indiana tomorrow. Go get fuel at Costco. Oh, excuse me. Ah. GoPro, stop recording. Well, without any indication that we were done with Harvey, apparently we're now in South Holland. And in about a mile and a quarter, we're getting back on an interstate, which it's either 64 or 84, I can't tell which. See, this is what happens in the Midwest and the East. There's no separation of all these little towns that you'll know about as you drive through. Well, South Holland is looking a little more prosperous than Harvey did. I'm going to get ahead of this truck on the right, but these people don't seem to be able to get moving far enough for that to be true. So I think I'm going to just tuck in behind them. Oh, there's a Joliet. Guess we'll stop for this light. Yeah, there's a red light camera here. Glad we made that decision. Okay, we only got half a mile to go to whatever this freeway is. GoPro, stop recording. Look at this. Diesel is $3.69, unleaded is $3.89. I can't begin to tell you how long it's been since I've seen that situation. I'm beginning to think that the answer to my lake problem come on, dude. Let me in. So this is I-80 East, I-94 East. South Holland advertises itself as a community of churches, faith, family, and something else I couldn't read. Alright, anyway, I think that getting another back cushion that pushes me further forward might help with the whole sciatica issue, because it really is changing the geometry of where my foot hits the accelerator pedal. So doing that at Walmart, I think. We only got 36 more miles to go. I guess we're still in Illinois since this says we're going toward Indiana. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, I'm not at all sure why we're slowing down so much. We're about a mile from the border for Indiana, and the construction zone doesn't start for 2 miles, it said, so this is kind of weird. Could be nothing. Could just be heavy traffic and the far right lane is ending. So they've got to merge into the lane to my right. Trucks in 2 left lanes, the sign said, but I can see trucks in the number 2 lane. There's the Indiana sign. Established 1816. Welcome to Indiana. Now we got another big old slowdown. Crossing the little Calumet River, but we'll never know it because it's got sound barrier walls up. Of this. Oh joy. So we'll be getting off 165 south. Speed limit's 55. It'd be interesting to know how we're going to get there in 10 minutes when that would require doing 60 for 10 miles. And we're not doing 55 yet. Good work. I-80 east at State Route 912, mile 5, ramp closed. stop recording. Well, here we go, back on US 30, eastbound. Okay. Hibachi Sushi Thai Chinese. I guess they can't decide what kind of Asian restaurant they want to be. I would like to go to a decent Japanese restaurant sometime soon. Wouldn't mind going to a decent Chinese restaurant sometime soon either. You're cattywampus. Cattywampus kit. I know, I see the guy. I see the guy. We're gonna just ignore him. I think I'm liking this view a whole lot better from the perspective that I actually feel like I've got more windshield that I'm looking through. Not quite sure why that is. Especially since I moved the outward facing camera in a little bit more because I was picking up part of the side pillar on the left. And I can solve that in post-production by zooming in, scaling the video, but I prefer not to do that. Okay, so I guess we're done with the freeways now, and my hip and knee are starting to hurt a little bit, and I got 15 miles of stop and go traffic probably. Oh well, we'll deal with it. GoPro, stop recording. We are officially in Valparaiso, which is apparently affectionately known as Valpo, because I've seen a number of businesses that identify themselves as Valpo this or Valpo that. Nice looking little town. Pretty close to our destination. Yeah, we're like half a mile. And my hip is kind of seriously hurting. Big cemetery here. Wow. Quite large. Okay, this is kind of weird. I am sure that there is some other way to get into Walmart that doesn't involve driving through a neighborhood.
Turn right at Stronghold Center Drive, then you will arrive at your destination.
There's a Steak and Shake over there. Okay, well, we're going to have to figure out where to park here. This appears to be a much busier location than I really thought it was going to be. So we're going to do our thing, which is drive all the way around the building.
Head southwest.
The compass in my rearview mirror seems to take forever to catch up. Okay, so this actually wouldn't be bad right here. We're gonna go all the way around the back though, just to see what we can see. And this is the real trick to having a decent Walmart experience as far as I'm concerned. It's a little tight for the trucks, huh? Okay, I'm liking the looks of this.
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. I think we're gonna call this pretty daggone perfect.
Head northeast.
Okay, so we're facing east. I really want to face the other way though, so I can have the refrigerator in the shade and keep an eye on what's going on around my door.
In 200 feet, turn left. Turn left, then your destination will be on the left.
Alright, let's just get up in here. See, there is plenty of parking here, but the way that I came in made it look like that wasn't true. I bet I could park anywhere up in here, no problem. But I like that space down there by the pond.
Head northwest.
And part of what I like about it is, unless trucks are going to come park not in a space,
Head southwest.
nobody will park next to me.
Turn right, then your destination will be on the left. Head southwest.
Okay, let's check for level. GoPro, stop recording.